Hello, hello.
This is my dear friend Mige. We are from a band called Him, and at the moment you have the pleasure of enjoying Sol Musica. We were able to do everything we wanted with the album and had a bit of time to prepare ourselves for it, and I'm really glad that it's a bit more challenging than the one before. It's not so straightforward, it's a bit more in your face, there's a bit more musicality behind it all, instrumentation, and it's like, drinking the best lukewarm coffee in the world. It's like I can consider, at the end of the day, this has been like continuation of our birth, something like that. We've been living through music and living with music since we were less than 10 years old. So, it's a page of a diary, from that time when it was recorded. Yeah, but you've put all the bad experience into the music, which enables you to get rid of it. And, that's... At least, I've been talking to a few people who like what we do, who listen to albums, they say it's the same. It helps them through bad times, When you're feeling something bad, it's nice to listen to music that makes you understand that you're not the only one in the world who's feeling bad. And I've always liked sad music, it cleans up my soul. Well, we didn't want the album to be too long. I don't like albums that are longer than 50 minutes. And we ended up having, the 9 songs are pretty long on the album, so that's the reason. Nowadays, a lot of rock bands, they have 13 songs and the albums last for 35 minutes. And unfortunately, our machinery is a bit slow, so we're like an old train. It takes a while for us to get going, and when we're going, it's hard to stop us.
Or perhaps we have more to tell in, one song, one story. The story might be longer. Or then we're just very slow when it comes to speaking or playing music. Which one it is, that I don't know. Okay. 9 is the number of the squares in X and zeros, which you can never win.
Blinded I am, so are you, by shedding tears. Confusion that separates us two, we hold dear. Just look into my eyes, kiss out these goodbyes.
It's hard to say because, we grew up with music. We were talking about that just a second ago. That, we formed this band about 15 years ago, which we were like, 14, 15 years old. So we were teenagers when we started this band, and we're still pretty teeny, and tiny in our pants. But it's hard to say. We've been going. A lot of people when they grow up, a lot of shit happens to people between the years of 14 and 30. They tend to grow up and they tend to, do new drugs and fuck up a few relationships, and that's very normal, I guess. And so we've been doing that through music. So what has changed is that I don't drink anymore, I don't do drugs anymore, and I'm single and alone and depressed and tired and getting older and looking worse by the day, and it's all going downhill. Well, I guess that's just media crap. There's always been a lot of dark rocking acts, coming out from southern parts of Europe as well. I was highly influenced by the Portuguese band Moonspell, for example, back in the day, and they were a lot darker than any of the bands in Finland at that moment. So I think that the world, if you're talking about music, I think the world is pretty much, it's a one big world, more or less. Because there's a lot of heavy rock bands and dark bands everywhere in the world, and there's a lot of pop bands everywhere in the world, and there's even reggae bands in Finland. So, you have it all, and that's the cool thing about music. It travels through time and space at various speeds. But I don't think that in Finland we would have more of a certain thing, or I don't guess so. You know, and I think that, you know, the churches that were burned in Norway happened just because Norway back in the day they were stupid enough to build them out of wood. I don't know a lot about art. I do like art. I'm not a professional artist in any sense, but I've always been very involved in the booklets and the CD covers we've made. And it's interesting because I think that when the artist or the musician works on the booklet, it makes it more personal, and hopefully it makes it more personal for the person who buys it in the shop as well. It's not just done by a designer, that we just hire a designer to do a cover. It's nice to really work on it and hopefully make it a bit different and a bit more, and it gives more clues about what the music is all about and the vibe behind the music. We've had a few days off here, because normally, you know, when you're in a band, you travel a lot, but you don't actually see a lot, and you don't have the time to actually... We've been here, like, let's say 10 times, but maybe had 2 days off, and that was in Barcelona, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's about it. You know, we've had the opportunity of meeting lovely people, and, you know, we love the food here and everything, so it's all good, but there hasn't been enough time to really, you know, we've been actually, we were laughing about the fact, back in the day, that we should probably record all of our albums in different places, because you record an album, let's say, in about 2 months, but you do have some time off while recording, so that'd be a great idea, actually, to record an album somewhere in Spain. I guess that Depeche Mode, they'd be recording in Spain.
Yeah,
We'd be recording in Wales, countryside of England, or not, you can't call it England, Wales as well.
Wales as well.
And we've done one album in Los Angeles, in California, and then the rest of the stuff has been recorded back home in Finland.
And next one we're going to do in Torremolinos.
Well, I wouldn't want to live there. It's nice to hang out there and stuff, but you know, it's very spread. You need a car to go everywhere, and it's very busy all the time. And I like it in Europe more. And I like it in Helsinki because my parents live in there. We have our rehearsal place with the band. All our old friends are there. You know, that's home for me. But we keep on traveling so much that you learn kind of to have home wherever you lay your head, like that Paul Young song. The gigs always been really good, you know, people, you know, in different cultures, in different countries, people appreciate music in different ways. And, you know, Spanish audience, for us, it's cool because, you know, everybody's super energetic and, you know, partying. So that's nice. You know, when we play back home in, like, Scandinavia, people are just standing there. They actually like the music, but they're not, like, dancing or clapping their hands or giving us a clap.
Metallica fans, they don't dance, but they also do a funny dance if they don't so much appreciate the band that plays before Metallica. They can be very challenging to please.
It was a good experience, you know. I guess that we were able to play to a lot of people who haven't heard us before. So in that sense it was fine, but of course it was tough because a lot of the people in the front row, they had been waiting for Metallica for days, maybe sleeping outside in sleeping bags to get to best places, and they don't really give a fuck, you know, what the other bands are. So, you know, we were trying to dodge all the flying beer bottles, and we did that successfully, so I'm glad. And in about 2 weeks we're going to be starting our tour in the US. We're playing about 30 gigs there, then we're flying over to England, playing there, then we're playing New Year's Eve in Finland. We always traditionally playing this one club there, and then in February we start a tour in Germany, Switzerland and Austria, then playing a few gigs in Spain, Italy. What happens after that? Southern America, I guess, Australia, Japan, again in the US, then it's festival season. And after the festivals are done, we don't know. It's all depending how well the album does, and, you know, if people want us still to, you know, visit their countries and visit their cities, we will. But, or then we start working on something new, or then we have to take some time off, you know, we don't know, it's still far away, nearly a year away.